Are you still confused with the rational and irrational number? What if you can answer this in less than 1 second? In this video, we'll study the whole number system and also rational and irrationals in detail. So let's start. Let's consider this to be a whole universe of numbers where we divide these numbers into different categories known as sets. So we'll start with the smallest set of numbers, that is the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. These 3 dots represent that these numbers are up to infinity. These are infinite in number. And this is the smallest set of numbers that is known as natural numbers. This set is known as natural number set. Now, what if I add something to this set? I will add just one more digit, one more number to this set of natural numbers, and that is 0. If I write 0 plus this set of natural numbers, that is if I start from 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, this becomes my whole number set. This is the second set of numbers. Now we move on to the third set of numbers, and with this 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, I will add their negatives too. So if I add negative of these numbers like -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on up to -infinity. So these numbers, positives, 0 and negatives, this whole black circle forms my set of integers. Still we have so many numbers in the form of decimals, fraction, negative decimals, positive decimals and negative fractions, positive fractions. So where to categorize those? So for that we have a set of numbers where we put the numbers in the form P over Q, where P and Q both should be integers and the denominator Q must be non-zero. This is a special condition for a number to be a rational number. Still we have so many numbers left which are not rational numbers, and those numbers which cannot be represented in the form P over Q, where Q is non-zero and P and Q are integers. If my number is not represented in this form, then that number goes into a different category of numbers that is known as irrational numbers. So we have fifth category of numbers, fifth set as irrational numbers. For example, I have a very famous irrational number, that is pi. √2, √3, √5 and so on. We have infinite irrational numbers. But why these are irrational numbers? How to categorize a number as irrational or a rational number? If you are still confused with the definition of rational and irrational numbers, I am going to explain these numbers in detail after finishing this concept of number system. Now, what if I take all the numbers rational plus irrational? Take all the numbers and combine them it will go into a new set of numbers that is known as real numbers. So rationals plus irrationals, they form a new category of numbers that is known as real numbers. Is this the end of numbers? No. We still have numbers which are not real. So if something in this world is not real, it has to be imaginary. It is in our imagination, which is not real, is imaginary. So for numbers also we have similar case. If a number is not real, it is imaginary number, and imaginary numbers are expressed in the form of iota. This is something we study at higher grades. Also, we study that every real number can be expressed in iota form. At last, if I take all the real numbers plus imaginary numbers, it forms the largest category of numbers, that is known as complex numbers. I can say that naturals are all contained in whole numbers, all contained in integers, all contained in rational numbers. Can I say that all rationals are contained in irrationals? The answer is no, because rationals and irrationals are different categories. So my next question is 0 a rational number? Yes, because 0 can be expressed as p by q form. I can write 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3 or 0 by any non-zero number. And you see here, for rational numbers we have to see the bigger circle. Bigger circle includes all the numbers. The naturals also, whole also, integers also, and also the fractions and decimals, but of special types. Now my next question is 3 a rational number? Yes, because 3 can be written as 3 by 1 and it becomes the form p by q, where p and q is integer and q is non-zero. Let's take some decimals now. 5.5 or 3.46. Are they rational numbers? First number is 5.5. Let's see this. 5.5 can be written as 55 over 10. So this becomes p by q form, where q is non-zero. Yes, this is a rational number. Moving on to the second number, 3.46. 3.46 can be written as 346 over 100. So this is a rational number. Now what about this third number? 34.777 and so on. This goes up to infinity. This is a decimal expansion, but it is non-terminating. Non-terminating means it is never ending. For such numbers, we will move on to the difference between rationals and irrationals. For rationals, we will have either first form is p over q form. That is very simple. If a number is given to you in this form, you can easily tell that this is a rational number. The second case of rationals is if a number is given to you in the form of terminating decimal. Terminating decimal means it should have an end. For example, 3.554 or 56.9. These numbers, they have an end. They are terminating, but they are decimals. So every terminating decimal can be written in the form p by q very easily, as I have shown you earlier. So this is also the case of rational numbers. The last thing left is if your decimal expansion is non-terminating, it will be of two types. So if your number is non-terminating plus repeating, if the decimal expansion has repeating digits, then that case it will be a rational number. For example, the number 7.6666 and so on. I can write it as 7.6 bar. This bar represents that this digit is repeated infinitely. So these type of numbers where you have repeating decimal expansion, these numbers will be rational numbers always, because they can be represented in the form P over Q. But how to represent these type of numbers in the form P over Q, that you will see in my next video. How to represent non-terminating repeating numbers in the form of P over Q. The second example, if I say 7.21 bar, this means 7.212121 is repeating infinitely. So I can have any number of digits, any finite number of digits repeating infinite times, then that case will be a rational number. Now what is left is just one category where we have non-terminating plus non-recurring. Non-recurring, or we can say non-repeating decimal expansions. Only this category is irrational numbers, where the number will be of the form, for example, I am taking 0.30300300 and so on. So this is a number which has some pattern. So if I see 0.3, then 10, then 3, then 00, then 3, then 000 and so on. So this is some pattern that is followed after decimals. And I already told you √2, √3 and pi, these type of numbers are irrational numbers. But how? Because they also follow the same rule of non-terminating and non-repeating decimal expansion. If I see √2 in terms of decimal, if you write this number, it is equal to 1.414213562 and so on up to infinity. So this number after decimal is not following any pattern, any repetition is not there. So this is also irrational number. √3 is equal to 1.732050808 and so on. This is also irrational because here we can see it is non-terminating and non-repeating decimal expansion. Pi, very famous irrational number because its decimal expansion is 3.141592654 and so on. So this is also an irrational number. So just remember, if you have non-terminating decimal expansion, then you have to think of the category of irrational or rational. So I hope the difference between a rational and irrational is clear to you. If you still have any queries or any type of feedback, please do type in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.